My name is Edna Bigwood, and I've lived in Greenwich all my life. And I started coming to this People's Parlour about 5 months ago, and we're doing finding out all about the building, going back into the history of it, which is very interesting.
Well, as I'm sure we all know, that Rothbury Hall was donated and built by Josiah Vavasor, who was himself an arms manufacturer, and that's where he made a considerable fortune. And that's always been a surprise to me that Rothbury Hall was a congregational church, because of all the denominations within the Christian body, Congregationalists quite often were pacifists. Rothbury's official history begins in 1884, but it is thought that some cause or other was here before then, on the other side of the main road in a tin hut. The present buildings were the gift, together with some adjacent cottages, altogether about £60,000, which must have been a vast amount of money in those days, of Mr. Vavasor. His house on Blackheath was also called Rothbury, but whether the name of the Northumbrian village meant anything personally is not known.
He stayed at Craigside, right near the village, and he really liked the village.
In the old days, the Sunday school was the main feature. At one time, 1,000 children being on the books.
When I first came to Rothbury as a child, it was just a pile of bricks at the end of the road with beautiful things on top. It was like a fairy story palace. And then I came into Sunday school, and Sunday school really was to teach things, people who perhaps were slow at school. But I ended up at 5 years old helping others to read. And I can still remember all the little partitions in the main hall where shutters came down to make us into individual classes. And there was a little hall across the road where we'd go to play, learn to dance. It was like a gymnasium.
I think I came to Rothbury probably in the 70s. And it was such a friendly, joyful place. I came round one evening, possibly just to be nosy, and I found what I'd been missing for many, many years. It was friendly, it was easy. It was so lovely, and I remember there was a preacher there, and we had a certain hymn, I can't remember it now, but he said, it's a good hymn, he said, and if you want to get up and move along, have a march along the middle of the room, do so. And I thought, wonderful, this is for me. And I've been coming to Rothbury ever since.
I thought I would also show you some things which have been passed over to us at St Mark's, which are Rothbury bits and pieces, so do pass these around. But so here we have Rothbury Hall, Blackwall Lane, East Greenwich, Kent, 1897.
My name's Sylvia, and my first memory of this place is bringing my son to the youth club, which unfortunately ended that year. But in that year he went on a camping trip, and he really enjoyed being here.
Back in the mid-80s, Emergency Exit Arts was looking desperately for a new home. When I first came here, it was still had that feeling of being a community space and a church, but then we filled it up with lots and lots and lots of art materials, and what most people think is junk, but which we use a lot to create things. There was no real kitchen, so we were confined to a tiny little space with a big old sink in it and just one hob that we could cook on. The place has changed in terms of, I think a lot of people have come and gone through the ages, and many have stayed with us, and it's become a bit like a kind of social space for many artists. You know, sometimes people just pop in for a cup of tea even if they're not working on a gig.
Rothbury Hall was built as a place for the community in 1893, originally as a mission church, and actually its purpose has never really changed. It has continued to be a place for the community to come together. We make incredible art, we run community arts projects and workshops, and we make big spectacular things. And something that's really amazing about having a community of older people coming into the building on a regular basis is that they engage with that. We recently made a giant robot, which is a mechanical puppet, and just being able to take them through into a working workshop where they can be around big ambitious builds like that happening and be really wowed by that sort of thing is just great.
Monday was washing day, the day I didn't like, because if it was school holiday I couldn't go out on my bike until I took the bag wash to the shopping in King William Lane, where things would be taken in and never seen again.
I'm really excited to be working on this People's Parlour project inside the amazing Rothbury Hall. The Rothbury Hall to me is amazing mostly because of recent history, because I've worked with emergency exit arts for so long that they're like a family to me within the arts industry. So this place is about bringing people together. So it's about bringing artists together in the main space, bringing people from all across the community, and now in People's Parlour, bringing people of over 60s together to celebrate this amazing space and everything it brings to the local community.
Hearing these memories from the people of People's Parlour has felt like sort of peeling back the layers that we see around us in this incredible building and learning to understand more all those different things it's been, different things it's meant to different people.
The People's Parlour is another amazing thing that EEA do in terms of bringing people from the community, and for me personally, seeing their faces every week is a buzz. Basically, it picks me up, and I just feel great when I see them, and being part of that is worth a lot.
Here, everything is going on, but the main thing with the People's Parlour is the camaraderie, the jokes, the laughing. There are no cliques. Everybody talks to everybody. They're all open, absolutely open. It's a wonderful feeling when you arrive.
On Thursday morning in Rothbury Hall, a lot of oldies have a ball. Learning new skills and having a laugh, we prove to everyone we're not all daft. The quiz proves that our memory is not at all lost, having fun remembering our past at all cost.
I've called it Our Club. Jackie said, "Fancy coming down to Rothbury Hall?" I said, "No, that's for old people." "No, not at all." At last I said we'd go and see. Jackie, Brian, Dole and me. We arrived and met some people we knew. Actually, there were quite a few. We found ourselves a seat and we were offered coffee, biscuits and cakes to eat. We laughed and talked and had such fun. I couldn't wait for next Thursday to come. With quizzes, projects and games, and now I've learned nearly all of their names. There is always a smiling face. In fact, it's a very happy place. I'm so glad we came to see Jackie, Brian, Dole and me. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Long may People's Parlour reign.